Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to Spicy Sunflower Tarot. This is going to be your February reading for the month of February 2026. I have been looking into dates that are available and information, and it looks like, and it sounds like, February 17th or thereabouts is going to be the actual official start of 2026, especially where the year of the horse is concerned. So we've just kind of had maybe a little bit of a holding pattern in January up until that middle of February is concerned. And up to that point, we've just been waiting to get on the horse and go with something. So I really encourage you to look up the year of the horse, find out what that means for you in your life. But I'm here to do a monthly overview reading for you for the month of February. Because the year of the horse really inspired me, I have all of these animal-based decks that I'm working with. So I have the Cats Rule the Earth, and then I have Cat Tarot, and I have Tarot Familiars, which features a lot of cool animals. So I'm going to go with Cats Rule the Earth for you, Sagittarius. I did that one for Aries as well. So if you've got Aries in your chart anywhere, you might want to go over and watch that reading. But I'm going to give it a few shuffles. And while I'm shuffling, you just tune into your higher self, to your wisdom, to your intuition, whatever source of knowledge for you is the most appropriate. I always ask for the highest forms of love, light, and truth to come through in your reading. And let's see if we can give you a good overview for the month of February. Maybe to give you a little insight or understanding into what to expect, what's coming up, what's around the bend. I know it's always up for, things are always changing. We can never really for sure know what is around the corner, but if we've got a little bit of a head start, sometimes that's helpful, just to give you some grounded energy to dig in and know what to expect. What is in your recent past, Sagittarius? Four of Cups. So coming from this kind of blasé energy, I've got choices and I don't know what to pick. So just doesn't really seem like you had much that you were kind of caring about, or you had too much to think about and you didn't really care about much. I'm not sure. Something to do with your feelings. In your central energy, what's going on for you right now in February? The Hierophant, a very serious, looking for knowledge outside of you kind of energy, very committed, very kind of solid, secure, represents the sign of Taurus. The Hierophant, card number 5 in the major arcana. Big deal energy. That's right dead center of your reading, Sagittarius. So that's very interesting. What's challenging you in that? What's challenging you in this committed, steadfast learning about something? The Six of Cups. You're being drawn back to your past. You're contemplating energy. Let me just lay the cards out. We're going to come back and talk. I get carried away when I start getting into the conversation. I'm going to ask what's on your mind. What's going on your mind? What's happening? Thinking about it a lot, feeling about it a lot. The Four of Pentacles. So we have another 4. This is in the earth energy, solid, secure, steady. What's going on under the surface? Nobody can probably see it, but you know it's there. It's there. What's going on, Sagittarius? 8 of Pentacles. You're working your, you know what, off. What's going on in your near future? What is the near future looking like for Sagittarius? Upcoming energy to expect or anticipate. We have the 9 of Swords. Yikes. A lot of stress, a lot of worry, a lot of contemplation, a lot of trying to figure things out. Let's do your staff portion of the Celtic cross face down, and then we'll come back and talk about that. All right. Internal energy, yours. External energy, people around you, your hopes and your fears, and your final outcome. At the bottom of the deck, the world. You are getting ready to enter a whole fresh new cycle. Whatever it was that was your world before is going to change. Absolutely 1,000,000%. You could be ending one chapter of your life. You could be finalizing a divorce. You could be ending a career and starting a new one. The thing about the world is it's a completion. It's a cycle. It's a successful, we've done what we came here to do in this thing. And now we're tidying up that, tying the bow on the package, and we're walking away only so we can enter a new cycle. The world is a fresh new cycle. A whole new world is opening up for you, Sagittarius. So that is very interesting. Something is changing about your whole world. Interesting. Heading back to the recent past, then we'll get into the current position. The recent past is the Four of Cups. This has you feeling, like I said, it's kind of a blasé energy. It's whatever is in your heart energy, your emotions, your thoughts, your feelings, your tender side. You've got some options, and you're so confident that this might not be what you want, that you're willing to look at that cat, just kind of knock it over. Who cares? I don't care. It's a very, I'm not inspired by any of these options. None of these options make me want to kick up my heels and jump for joy. So I don't care if I knock one over. There's more where that came from, kind of an energy. It's very interesting because in the original Rider-Waite tarot deck, there's a person sitting by a tree with this really bored look on their face. And there's 3 cups, full cups sitting in front of them. And they don't look interested at all. And then there's the hand of the divine presenting this cup, Ace of Cups, essentially. And the person's not even noticing, not even looking, that this could be like universal love energy coming at you. And Sagittarius, you're just either not mentally or spiritually or emotionally ready for something, but you're not interested, period. That's your recent past. So what brings you into February is you're serious about something. It doesn't have to be anything. Well, this is very earthy. You're serious about some opportunity, some investment, some, a new house. Maybe you are entering into a relationship, but it's a very serious matter for you because anything you get yourself tied up into, you're going to mean it. And that is very powerful for you. So when the Hierophant enters the scene, they're a teacher. It's a very spiritual energy because this Hierophant has learned so much about the situation, the person, place, or thing. The Hierophant is very serious. They're very studious. They have learned, they've read all the books. They are like, I'm thinking about a lawyer. They've studied the statutes. They know the rules, the policies. They know all of that. And they're going to be ones, you, Sagittarius, you're going to be the one that others are going to come consult because you know so much. It's very much about learned knowledge, but it's also very institutional in the way of this can represent marriage. This can represent work. This can represent mostly, though, it's spiritual knowledge. So it's like you maybe are getting your ordained as a minister. You're becoming a spiritual teacher, or you're someone that others are going to come to because Sagittarius, we know you know about that. Please tell us. It's a very, even if you're not a spiritual person, And most people that come to tarot have an element of curiosity about it in some way, shape, or form. But people are coming to you because you have information that they want. What is challenging you? The Six of Cups, your feelings, your emotions, your tender side. You do know things. You do have information. You do have this learned knowledge, but you have a very tender go back in time feel about things. So it's hard for you to be firm and sturdy on what you know because your heart says otherwise. It's almost like you're in a conflict with your head and your heart. There's a conflict where your heart is concerned, and this is nostalgia. This is something from the past. It's like you want to be committed, but you remember your first love. You remember when you first fell in love. You remember the smell of your mom's perfume. You remember something from your past. Something's very nostalgic. It's very sweet. It's very soulmate oriented. So this situation, you started off being really bored and kind of unenthusiastic, but you got serious about something. And then it's like you got hit over the head, over the heart with this blast from the past. This can be someone literally from your past showing up and saying, Sagittarius, remember me? I have these feelings for you and I think about you and I've been thinking about you and blah, blah, blah. So on your mind, what you're thinking about is Four of Pentacles. Four of Cups was that kind of emotionally disinterested. And the Four of Pentacles is a little stingy. It's a little bit frugal. Can be like you're playing your cards close to your vest or your chest. You're keeping your information, what you know about your physical environment. You're keeping all of that very under wraps. You're not revealing all of your cards out for everybody. You have 3 pentacles out for the world to see, but you've got a pentacle that you hide, that you don't show, that you don't share. You're not being like open and revealing to everybody. You're being as open as you can be, very much like this Four of Cups. You're just, you're not 10 toes down on something. Something has you feeling reserved. Something has you feeling held back, not dug in. So it's on your mind, and you know that about yourself, and you can feel it. You can feel that you're not 100% invested. Down in the bottom of your spread is the Eight of Pentacles. What you know about yourself that's down in the depths of your being that you might show to the world, you might not show to the world, is that you just are focused on work. What brings you money? What brings you, maybe it is this, what you're learning about too. It's your craft. Something that you do that is expert level, that is badass, that is something that makes you a subject matter expert. You're keeping that as that's what really matters to you. It's down under the surface. It's kind of what you keep it buried. And there's this temptation to just I only want to work. I don't want to deal with my heart. I don't want to deal with my heart. I just want to work and focus on my work. Eight of Pentacles. But in the near future, now you're up in your head. Now you are contemplating and analyzing. It's like analysis paralysis. You're up at night. You can't get a good sleep. You're just fretting and worrying, and all these swords represent all your thoughts, and there's 9 of them, and they're just constant. It's back and forth. It's if I do this, then this will happen. If I do that, then that'll happen. And you're playing out all the scenarios and the potentialities in your mind, and this is the near future energy. So what I would really recommend is that if you feel yourself getting towards this, stop it. Cull it off at the cut it off at the stem. Don't let your thoughts start to get carried, because it's like a train and it just goes off the tracks, and then we're caught up in that cycle. And so this is what I'm just going to say. Knowledge is power, but too much knowledge is too much knowledge. So maybe you just need to focus on the whole new world that you're encountering. Let's look at your internal energy. How are you feeling about all of this? Well, you're feeling freaking victorious. Overall, your internal energy has you celebrating a victory, being acclaimed, paraded through the streets. People see you coming and they're like, there's Sagittarius. Look at them. They're awesome. This is part of your whole new world, but you're being celebrated. You're being, you have victory, you have success, you have achievement. Like I said about the Hierophant, people really do see you as this badass. So ultimately, and this is you celebrating yourself too, this is your internal energy, you have the spirit of a winner. Your external energy is justice. This is major arcana for the sign of Libra. This is air energy for sure. There's truth and there's balance and there's fairness. This is external, so this is outside of you. Someone has done something where the legal system is concerned and it affects you. Someone has filed a suit. Somebody has filed for divorce. Somebody has filed for a marriage license. Very interesting, because we did have the Hierophant here. Someone has taken a matter to a legal forum, like HR at work. Like I said, the legal system, the court system, the justice system. The thing about justice is the phrase justice is blind. There's something to do with that. It's in your external energy, so it's outside of your control. It's outside of you, but it affects you. So something is going on legally where policies and procedures are concerned. And maybe that's what you're learning about. You're trying to get more information because, and it does have something to do with love. So maybe it is, you're looking into, what do we need to do to get married? What do we need to do to get divorced? There is something to do with the legal system in your external energy. In your hopes and your fears, Queen of Pentacles. This is establishing solidarity, your kingdom, where you're reigning. This is the feminine energy of the Pentacle suit. So this is the physical reality. This is our home. This is our food. This is our legacy energy. And this is the feminine version. So this is the caretaking, a supportive, nurturing. It's Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. It's, if that's any sign that you're dealing with, they're here in your hope and your fear. You hope that you can be solid and steadfast and secure, but you also kind of fear that. You don't really want to lose yourself to all of that. Maybe you want to be footloose and fancy free. Sagittarius, you're an adventurous soul. You want to explore and see and do and touch and taste and all of that. So this Queen of Pentacles here in your hopes and your fears, there's a side of you that wants all of that secure, steady, solid energy. But then there's a part of you that fears that too, because you don't want to be tied down, kind of a feeling is what I'm getting. Your hopes and your fears. I'm sorry, this is your final outcome. This is the Eight of Swords. This is mental, cerebral, tying yourself in knots. You know, the yarn represents all of your thinking mind, and just getting yourself all wrapped up in all of these swords. It's like possibilities, it's thoughts, it's ways that things can go, it's the conclusions that people have, it's the suspicions, it's anything to do with the way our mind thinks. And it's tying yourself in knots. It's really imprisoning yourself in your own thinking. It's not what other people are doing to you, it's what you are doing to yourself. And again, like I said about the Nine of Swords, the thing that we can learn from seeing this as like a preview for the month is we can be aware that if we notice our thoughts are starting to take that train fast train towards nowhere good, we can stop it. We can pull back. We can refrain. We can hold off. We can redirect is the main thing I'm getting for this one. This is that final outcome energy, is just being really thinking about everything going on. Let's bring over that Lisa Parker Tarot Familiars. And I'm going to do a 3-card clarification, just an overall of the spread. Let's find something for Sagittarius to kind of send you on your way with. For Sagittarius, thank you again for being here. Thank you for being a part of this channel. And let's do 3 cards. High Priestess, the Moon, and the Knight of Swords. All right, Sagittarius. So what we're getting here is 2 major arcanas and a knight. And we have this intuition of yours that is really tapped in and tuned in and turned on towards it's like the undercurrent. You know, and you have a very strong suspicion of what is going on in your world. Maybe all of this worry and concern here, you know what's going on really under the surface. But not everything that you know or that you think is ready to be revealed to the world. You've got your finger on the pulse, but you also know that it's best for right now to keep everything under wraps, because if you were to reveal your hand to the world, there would be consequences that you might not like. So in the meantime, you are just going to continue to gather information. This Knight of Swords is on a mission for communication and knowledge and truth. And so you're going to continue to seek that out while you are keeping things under wraps. It is going to mean that there's going to be a little extra mental activity for you because you have a lot to think about and process. But overall, the smart move is to just continue to collect information, to gather the facts, to gather the truth, but continue to hold your cards close to your chest. Okay? Be very smart about your information that you know and that you share and that you act on. And that is your reading. Please remember to like, follow, subscribe, and share. I love your comments. If you want to share comments, that's awesome. I'm on TikTok and I'm on YouTube, and it is a pleasure to do your reading, Sagittarius. Be blessed, be well. Namaste.